Lady Liberty cried. The very day that America's vision of hope for American children died. When America's youth, dying slow deaths in American prisons were rising, it became the norm. Lady Liberty began crying and became torn between the toils of despair. Formidable tears rolled down her face and cheeks. They caught momentum and failed and cracked the pavement beneath the foundation on sea surface. It bursted and shifted the earth's crust, causing mommies of children who were victimized to cry tsunamis of tears through their pretty eyes, drowning in fears. Listen now. White Miss Liberty's eyes that were filled with sorrowful tears, away with the shroud that are borrowed from the blissful grave of her mother, Lady Justice, who just withered away. It was scented with traces of fears and traces of optimism. She was shaking as I attended her. She smiled and giggled and screamed a laugh of insanity. She said she was mourning the death of her mother's vision of American humanity. A man and kid could never be equally culpable. Such a travesty to justice. Children trapped between unjust sentences and suicidal visions wrestling. Hopelessness, unfocusedness, stress, out, beyond all measurable means. The thought of a child forever being defined by one mistake is forever demeaning. Oh Allah, please resurrect Lady Justice to see me. She was never blind. She was hypnotized by advocates of that child super predator theory, pessimistically prophesizing bloodbaths on America's streets. Courtesy of big baby sociopaths flooding the streets. Unlucky to be born in this era of child terror, lying to citizens. Wrong predictions led to wrong sentencing practices, which in turn equaled long sentences, depriving kids of hope. JLWOP has to be opposed. Why? Lady Liberty broke down and cried. She said she was feeling lost, so down and tired. Lady Liberty cried. The very day that America's vision of hope in American children died. When America's youth dying, slow deaths in American prisons was rising, it became the norm. Lady Liberty began crying and became torn between the toils of despair. Formidable tears rolled down her face and cheeks. They caught momentum and fell and cracked the pavement beneath the foundation on sea surface. It bursted and shifted the earth's crust, causing mommies of children who were victimized to cry tsunamis of tears through their pretty eyes, drowning in fears. Listen now, witness Liberty's cry fall down on deaf ears.